Hi, Clever Chicas. Art is in the air. Again, I'm Stone Meredith, and I'm proud to travel around the world finding clever chicas who are women helping and changing the context of everything with their positive social currency. And today we found Jay. And so I'm going to let Jay introduce herself and tell you who she is as a person and what she does during the day. And then we're going to tell you about how her all things femme art is soothing the savage beast and the troubled soul and making every day a little bit brighter. Jay?
So an artist here in Gainesville, Florida, following a dream to make people happy, to bring a moment of mindful happiness into people's lives. I do very rarely do large pieces. I usually do things that are small so that people are focused in on them. And my hubris is that I like to think that therefore I'm helping them be happier people, or giving them a moment of freeing their brains from stress and anxiety, and just being able to focus in on something beautiful. So that's why I do what I do. And part of me is also aware that we didn't talk about this, but artwork is expensive. So I try to do some things that are smaller and that people can afford, and then I have pieces that I give away as well. Like I gave
Yes.
Stone I do little peg dolls of beautiful women.
Yes, you'll see her.
And,
She's got quite a lot going on, the one I received.
I'll have one with me usually when I'm around, and I'll meet someone or see someone that I think I feel like they might need it. They might need a little happy.
So tell us about the piece we're standing in front of and a little bit about where we are and how you came to be here.
So I'm resident artist at a church. I was part of a search committee for our pastor. This used to be a daycare, and it closed more than 10 years ago. And this room itself was locked, and we didn't have a key for it. So as we were doing the pastor search, we'd ask, what would you do with all this space we have here at the church? And one of the people said, well, the artists are always looking for studio space. And I said, yes, we are. So after we had found a pastor, about a year after, I approached the session with a proposal to use this as my studio space. And this was a 2-year-old classroom, so I feel like the 2-year-old spirit, that the childishness,
yes,
but the innocence
and the innocence
kind of infuses the space. Plus, it's got great light, and that's also an idea I'm trying to spread, is that, you know, the church and art have had a long history together. So we have all these churches that are getting smaller, they have extra space. Why not put an artist in there and allow them to express their joy of life, which is, whether they're religious or not, that's connected to the message of the church, which is, you know, design is intentional. There's a creator, and creation is beautiful. So
what would you say right now, because I know you've been an artist for some time and I know that you have a lot of themes that you continue, what would you say right now is your most important theme or your most important themes?
I'm really trying to have people caught in a moment see something beautiful that wasn't something they'd noticed before. Because I think when we see something and we recognize its beauty, then we're grateful, and it's through gratefulness that we become content in where we're at. When we're grateful for those things around us, there's ugly things out there, but there's so many beautiful things that's how I stay positive and happy, is by noticing those things. So I'm hoping to help other people notice them too.
If you are a little girl who is a 7th grade self, or tell me what you call, I call it finding my 7th grade self. What do you call it?
I call it the 12-year-old inside me.
The 12-year-old inside me. So if a 12-year-old is inside a 12-year-old or a chica of any age, what does she do to find her bliss, to stay the course, and do as you are doing, to, in spite of the day, keep creating? Because I know the process is hard and time consuming.
I wouldn't say the process is hard, because this is what I have. Again, it's hard in that it wants a lot of my time.
Yes.
But I love it. It's this is my favorite thing to do, is to sit and paint and create things. What would I say to the 12-year-old me was very into fantasy and escapism.
Yes.
And so, you know, whether what's going on around us, we still have the inner self that we can explore.
So as a 12-year-old self watching this and saying, what is the most important thing to remember about Jay? What's the most important thing?
See, I'm always uncomfortable when people focus on the me instead of on the art. So the most important thing about Jay is she's trying to make you feel better. She's trying to bring happiness. So.
Well, thank you, Jay. You did it today. And be sure to take a look at our photograph. I'll share with everyone the precious little lady that she sent to me. She's quite bombastic, which is where, despite my love for carbs, I'm heading each and every day. Thank you, Chica, for joining the sisterhood. Thank you to Sandra for connecting us. She's also one of our new Chicas, so be sure to look for her and the other ladies at her fine eating establishment in Gainesville, Florida. Go Gators, and for Jay's daughter, we're going to say go Seminoles as well. And thank you so very much, Jay, for welcoming us into your studio on a Sunday before you start teaching tomorrow. And tell us where you'll be tomorrow and who you'll be helping tomorrow.
J.J. Finley Elementary School. I'll have first, second, and third grade gifted math students who I can't wait to meet.
Isn't that lovely, bringing creativity and ingenuity to STEM one Chica at a time? Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.